Ladies and gentlemen, it is often said that the measure of a person's strength is in their ability to dominate, to control, and to impose their will upon others. But that is not true strength. True strength is not found in the force of the hand, but in the depth of the heart. The strongest people are not those who strike fear, but those who inspire love. The strongest people are, in fact, the kindest people. Why? Because kindness requires strength. Anyone can retaliate in anger. Anyone can use harsh words to tear others down. But it takes a person of great character to remain calm in the face of adversity, to choose patience when faced with provocation, and to respond with love when others respond with hate. Kindness is not weakness. It is power under control. When we look at the greatest leaders, those who truly shaped history, we see a common thread. They were not those who ruled by cruelty, but those who led with compassion. A true leader is not the one who demands loyalty through fear, but the one who earns respect through kindness. The ability to listen, to understand, and to extend grace is what separates the strong from the weak. But kindness does more than just shape leadership, it transforms communities. A strong person does not walk over others to rise. They lift others up with them. Strength is not about standing alone. It is about building bridges that bring people together. Because in the end, the greatest power is not in how much you can take, but in how much you can give. And the strongest people are always the kindest people. Strength is often misunderstood in our society. Many people believe that being strong means being physically dominant, having control over others, or displaying an aggressive personality. They assume that power is demonstrated through intimidation, authority, or the ability to enforce one's will on those around them. However, true strength is not found in physical might or external control. It is measured by the depth of a person's character. A strong person is not one who overpowers others, but one who can master themselves, their emotions, and their reactions to life's challenges. Character is the foundation of true strength. It determines how a person treats others, how they respond to difficulties, and how they handle success and failure. A person of strong character does not seek to prove their worth through dominance or force. Instead, they remain firm in their values, stand by their principles, and choose to do what is right even when it is difficult. Strength of character is shown in patience, integrity, and resilience. A physically strong person may be able to lift heavy weights, but a person with strong character carries the burdens of life with dignity and grace. One of the greatest indicators of strength is self-discipline. A truly strong person does not allow their emotions to control them. They do not lash out in anger or act impulsively in stressful situations. Instead, they remain calm and composed, thinking before they speak and acting with wisdom. Weak people give in to their emotions easily. They react in anger, they hold grudges, and they allow bitterness to take root in their hearts. Strong people, on the other hand, have the ability to control their reactions. They do not allow external circumstances to dictate their behavior. Their strength is shown in their ability to remain steady and composed in the face of adversity. Another key trait of strong individuals is their ability to forgive. Many people think that holding on to resentment is a sign of power, that refusing to forgive keeps them in control. But the opposite is true. It takes much more strength to forgive than to hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a sign of inner power because it means choosing peace over revenge. It requires emotional strength to release anger and move forward rather than staying stuck in negativity. Those who are truly strong understand that bitterness only weakens the soul, while forgiveness frees the heart to grow and heal. Strength is also demonstrated in how a person treats those who are weaker than them. A truly strong individual does not belittle others to make themselves feel superior. They do not use their position to oppress or take advantage of people. Instead, they use their strength to uplift, protect, and empower those who need help. A strong leader is one who serves rather than one who demands service. A strong person is one who extends a helping hand rather than a fist. True strength is about using power for good, not for self-serving purposes. Humility is another key element of strength. Many people mistake arrogance for confidence, but true confidence does not need to be loud or boastful. A strong person does not need to prove themselves to others through pride or arrogance. Instead, they are secure in who they are, and they do not feel the need to belittle others to feel important. They are willing to listen, learn, and admit when they are wrong. They do not see themselves as superior, but as equal to those around them. Strength is knowing that you have power, but choosing to remain humble in how you use it. Resilience is one of the strongest indicators of character strength. Life is full of challenges, and no one is exempt from difficulties. However, it is not the hardships that define a person, it is how they respond to them. A truly strong individual does not break under pressure. They do not give up when things become difficult. Instead, they persevere, learn from their experiences, and emerge stronger. Resilience is the ability to endure pain, setbacks, and disappointments without losing hope. It is the ability to keep going even when the road is tough. People who measure strength by external power often find themselves empty when their power fades. Physical strength weakens with age, financial power can be lost in an instant, and positions of authority are never permanent. But character strength remains. It is something that no one can take away. It is built over time through the choices a person makes every day. A person with strong character leaves a legacy that lasts far beyond their lifetime. They are remembered not for how much power they had, but for how they used their strength to impact others positively. Many people mistakenly believe that kindness is a sign of weakness. They assume that being kind means being soft, passive, or easily manipulated. However, this is far from the truth. In reality, kindness requires immense strength and self-control. It takes great courage to remain gentle in a world that often values aggression. It takes true resilience to choose patience when faced with frustration and to respond with love when confronted with hostility. Kindness is not for the weak. It is the ultimate demonstration of inner strength. One of the greatest challenges of kindness is practicing it in difficult situations. It is easy to be kind when everything is going well, but true strength is shown when a person remains kind in the face of adversity. When someone insults or mistreats us, our natural reaction is to retaliate. It takes discipline to hold back harsh words and instead respond with grace. Weakness gives in to anger, but strength chooses self-control. A strong person understands that responding with kindness does not mean allowing others to take advantage of them. It means rising above negativity and refusing to be controlled by emotions. Kindness also requires the ability to manage one's own emotions. Many people react impulsively to situations without considering the consequences of their words or actions. But a truly strong person has the emotional intelligence to pause, reflect, and choose their response wisely. They understand that reacting in anger or frustration often leads to regret, while choosing kindness creates peace. It takes self-mastery to remain calm under pressure, to speak words that heal rather than words that wound, and to extend patience even when it is not deserved. Another aspect of kindness that requires great strength is the ability to put others before oneself. In a world that often promotes self-interest, it takes strength to act with generosity and empathy. A weak person is consumed by selfishness, only looking out for their own benefit. But a strong person has the capacity to care for others, to listen without judgment, and to offer support even when there is nothing to gain in return. It is much easier to focus only on oneself, but true strength is found in the willingness to serve, uplift, and encourage those around us. Forgiveness is one of the greatest tests of kindness, and it requires immense strength. When we are wronged, it is natural to hold on to resentment and seek revenge. However, forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It is the highest form of strength. It takes great inner power to release bitterness, to let go of past hurts, and to choose peace over revenge. Forgiving does not mean excusing wrongdoing, but it does mean refusing to allow anger to control one's heart. A truly strong person understands that holding on to grudges only brings pain, while forgiveness brings freedom. Kindness also demands consistency, which requires great resilience. Anyone can be kind when it is convenient, but true strength is shown in being kind even when no one is watching. A person of strong character does not act kindly for the sake of recognition or praise. They do it because it is who they are. They choose to be kind to everyone, regardless of status, background, or appearance. They treat strangers with the same respect as they do their loved ones. This consistency in kindness reflects an unshakable inner strength that does not change based on circumstances. The ability to remain kind in a position of power is another test of strength. Many people, when given authority or influence, use it to dominate others. But it takes a truly strong person to lead with kindness, to use their power for the benefit of others rather than for personal gain. A strong leader does not command respect through fear, but earns it through compassion and fairness. They understand that true leadership is not about control, but about service. The strongest leaders are those who inspire through kindness, creating an environment where others feel valued and empowered. Kindness also requires courage. In a world that often equates kindness with weakness, standing firm in kindness can be difficult. It takes bravery to choose kindness when the world expects cruelty. It takes courage to be gentle when others are harsh. But those who remain steadfast in their kindness demonstrate a strength that cannot be broken. They refuse to conform to the negativity around them and instead choose to set an example of love and compassion. Another way in which kindness requires strength is in how it impacts relationships. It takes great patience to be kind to difficult people. Not everyone will appreciate or reciprocate kindness, and sometimes kindness is met with rejection or ridicule. But a strong person does not allow the response of others to dictate their behavior. They remain kind because they understand that kindness is not about what they receive in return. It is about who they choose to be. They recognize that even if their kindness is not appreciated in the moment, it has the power to plant seeds of change in the hearts of others. Kindness is powerful because it has the ability to break cycles of negativity. When faced with hostility, most people respond in kind, creating an endless cycle of conflict. But a truly strong person understands that kindness has the power to disarm anger and transform relationships. A kind word can diffuse tension. A gentle response can calm an argument. A compassionate act can change a hardened heart. It takes strength to be the one who chooses peace instead of fueling the fire of conflict. In the end, kindness is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate sign of strength. It requires self-contrition, resilience, courage, and emotional intelligence. It demands the ability to rise above negativity, to remain patient in difficult situations, and to choose compassion over cruelty. The strongest people in the world are not those who dominate others, but those who master themselves. And those who master themselves are always the kindest people. True leadership is not about titles, power, or authority. It is not about how many people one can control or how much fear one can instill. Leadership is about influence, and influence is built through character. One of the most powerful and enduring qualities of a great leader is kindness. While many believe that strength in leadership comes from being demanding or forceful, the truth is that the most influential leaders are those who lead with kindness, compassion, and understanding. A leader who rules with fear may gain temporary obedience, but a leader who rules with kindness earns lasting respect. Kindness in leadership is not about being passive or allowing others to take advantage of generosity. Rather, it is about treating people with dignity, making decisions with empathy, and creating an environment where others feel valued and empowered. A leader who is kind does not use their position for personal gain, but instead uses it to uplift and develop those around them. They understand that their success is not measured by how many people serve them, but by how many people they help grow. One of the greatest strengths of a kind leader is their ability to inspire loyalty. When a leader shows genuine care for their team, people respond with trust and commitment. Employees, students, or followers are more likely to go the extra mile for someone who treats them with respect and kindness. They do not work out of fear of punishment, but out of a deep sense of belonging and appreciation. A leader who leads with kindness fosters a culture of mutual respect where people feel safe to express their ideas, take risks, and contribute their best efforts. Kindness also enhances a leader's ability to communicate effectively. Harsh, dictatorial leadership often creates an environment of fear where people hesitate to speak up or share their concerns. But a kind leader encourages open dialogue. They listen attentively, validate the experiences of others, and create a space where people feel heard. This kind of leadership builds stronger relationships, resolves conflicts peacefully, and encourages innovation. When people know their voices matter, they are more likely to contribute positively to the organization or community. A leader's ability to show kindness also impacts their decision-making. A kind leader does not make choices based on selfish ambition, but considers how their decisions will affect others. They think beyond immediate gains and prioritize the well-being of the people they serve. This does not mean that they avoid difficult decisions or necessary discipline. Rather, they handle challenges with fairness, wisdom, and compassion. They correct mistakes without humiliation, address conflicts without aggression, and set expectations without unnecessary harshness. History is filled with examples of leaders who shaped the world through kindness. Some of the most revered figures in history, those who left a lasting impact, were not those who ruled with an iron fist, but those who led with love and service. They were leaders who sought to unite rather than divide, to heal rather than destroy, and to build rather than break. These leaders are remembered not because of their wealth or power, but because of the way they made people feel. Their kindness gave them influence that endured beyond their time. One of the greatest marks of a strong and kind leader is their ability to lift others up. They do not hoard opportunities for themselves, but seek to develop and empower those around them. They recognize potential in others and encourage growth. They celebrate the achievements of their team rather than taking all the credit for themselves. They understand that true leadership is not about standing above others, but about helping others rise to their full potential. Kindness in leadership also creates a culture of kindness. When a leader sets the example of treating others with respect, the people around them follow suit. In an organization, a school, or even a family, the attitude of the leader influences the environment. A harsh, impatient leader creates a stressful atmosphere, while a kind and understanding leader fosters a sense of cooperation and support. When kindness is present at the top, it trickles down and transforms the entire group. Resilience is another quality that kindness brings to leadership. A kind leader is not easily shaken by criticism or setbacks. They understand that leadership comes with challenges, but they do not allow hardship to make them bitter or cruel. Instead, they remain steady, handling difficulties with grace and patience. Their kindness is not a weakness, but a sign of emotional strength. It allows them to navigate conflicts without being consumed by anger and to remain hopeful even in times of struggle. A leader's legacy is ultimately determined by how they treat people. Wealth, power, and status are temporary, but the impact of kindness lasts for generations. The most successful leaders are those who leave behind a culture of respect, encouragement, and genuine human connection. People may forget the words a leader spoke, but they will always remember how that leader made them feel. A leader who is kind earns a place in the hearts of those they lead, and that is the foundation of true influence. Kindness does not mean the absence of authority or discipline. A kind leader can still be firm, set high standards, and make tough decisions. However, they do so with wisdom and care. They lead not by breaking people down, but by helping them grow. They balance strength with gentleness, ensuring that while they demand excellence, they also provide the support needed to achieve it. Kindness is not just a personal virtue. It is a force that has the power to shape individuals, families, communities, and even entire nations. A single act of kindness can create a ripple effect, touching lives in ways that go beyond what the giver may ever see or know. When kindness is practiced consistently, it has the ability to transform both the person who gives it and the people who receive it. More than just a simple gesture, kindness is a catalyst for personal growth, strong relationships, and a healthier society. At the individual level, kindness builds character. It requires selflessness, patience, and emotional strength. Every time a person chooses to be kind, they reinforce their own ability to rise above selfishness and negativity. Kindness nurtures qualities such as empathy, humility, and gratitude, which in turn lead to greater emotional well-being. Studies have shown that acts of kindness trigger the release of serotonin and endorphins, chemicals in the brain that create feelings of happiness and reduce stress. This means that when a person is kind, they not only help others, but also improve their own mental and emotional health. Kindness also transforms individuals by changing their mindsets. A person who consistently practices kindness begins to see the world differently. Instead of focusing on problems, they start looking for ways to help. Instead of seeing people as obstacles or competitors, they see them as fellow human beings in need of compassion. This shift in perspective leads to a more positive and fulfilling life. People who cultivate kindness develop stronger emotional resilience, allowing them to handle difficulties with grace and understanding, rather than frustration and anger. Beyond individual transformation, kindness strengthens relationships. It is the foundation of healthy families, friendships, and workplaces. In any relationship, conflicts and misunderstandings are inevitable, but kindness acts as a bridge that helps people overcome differences. A kind person listens before judging, forgives rather than holding grudges, and chooses words that heal rather than words that hurt. When kindness is at the core of relationships, trust deepens, communication improves, and bonds grow stronger. In a family, kindness creates an environment of love and security. When parents model kindness, children learn by example, growing into adults who treat others with respect and compassion. A kind spouse fosters a relationship built on support and encouragement rather than criticism and control. Even small acts of kindness, such as expressing appreciation, showing patience, or offering help, strengthen family connections and create a home where love and understanding thrive. The workplace is another area where kindness has the power to bring transformation. Many professional environments are marked by stress, competition, and pressure, leading to conflicts and dissatisfaction. However, when kindness is introduced into a work culture, everything changes. A kind leader creates a team that feels valued and motivated. A kind co-worker fosters a positive and cooperative environment. Simple actions, such as offering help to a struggling colleague or showing appreciation for someone's efforts, improve morale and productivity. Workplaces built on kindness tend to have lower turnover rates, higher employee satisfaction, and better teamwork. On a larger scale, kindness has the power to transform entire communities and societies. Communities where people actively help and support one another are safer, stronger, and more united. When kindness becomes a shared value, it creates a culture of generosity and mutual respect. A community where people look out for each other is one where individuals feel a sense of belonging and security. This leads to less conflict, greater cooperation, and overall societal well-being. Kindness also plays a significant role in breaking down barriers between people of different backgrounds, cultures, and beliefs. Many divisions in society are fueled by misunderstandings, prejudices, and a lack of empathy. However, when individuals make the effort to approach others with kindness, walls begin to crumble. A kind word, a helping hand, or a willingness to listen can bridge the gap between differences, fostering unity instead of division. Societies that prioritize kindness and empathy become places where diversity is celebrated rather than feared. Even in times of crisis, kindness has the power to bring healing and hope. Throughout history, some of the greatest moments of human strength have been seen in times of disaster, war, or hardship, when people chose to put aside their own struggles to help others. Whether through acts of charity, volunteerism, or simple gestures of support, kindness has the ability to restore faith in humanity. It reminds people that no matter how dark a situation may seem, there is always light to be found in the goodness of others. The beauty of kindness is that it requires no special skill, wealth, or status. Anyone can practice it, regardless of their background or position in life. A single act of kindness, no matter how small, can create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the original act. One kind gesture can inspire another, creating a chain reaction that touches countless lives. This is why kindness is one of the most powerful tools for creating lasting change in the world. While acts of kindness may sometimes go unnoticed or unappreciated, their impact is never lost. The kindness that one person shows today may inspire someone else to be kind tomorrow. It may lift the spirits of someone going through a difficult time, giving them the strength to continue forward. It may plant a seed in the heart of a child who grows up to change the world. Kindness does not always bring immediate rewards, but its effects are far-reaching and long-lasting. At its core, kindness is an investment in the future. Every act of kindness contributes to a better world, not just for the present generation, but for those to come. It teaches people the value of human connection, the importance of looking beyond themselves, and the truth that even the smallest act of goodness has the power to change a life. Societies that embrace kindness as a guiding principle are societies that thrive. They are places where people lift each other up rather than tear each other down, where cooperation replaces division, and where love overcomes hate.